2006. What an exquisite year. Guys, 2006 was just such a simple time, and I cannot believe it's been 20 years since 2006. Now, 2006 was also quite a weird and wonderful year for technology, right? Some products never really saw the light of day, whereas others definitely did. That's right, guys. Today I'm talking about the Nokia N73. This is one of Nokia's best-selling devices, statistically at least. Maybe you had one of these, maybe you didn't, but if you are a retro tech guy, the chances are you probably knew of someone that owned this device. This phone was just such a piece of its time. It wasn't trying to be something that it didn't need to be. It was just a great device. It did the job. It did what you wanted it to do. It was reliable, it was durable, and we don't always get that nowadays. Of course, guys, it came with physical buttons, right? That means every press was your fault. Accountability was just hardwired into this device. If you made a typo, bro, no one to blame but yourself. Now, this phone surprisingly had a front-facing camera. Now, not a lot of devices had front-facing cameras at this time, or at least all the way up to like 2010, 2011 from my memory. The camera on this phone has a 3.2 megapixels. It really is not bad for 2006. If somebody was to see the quality of pictures you took on this phone back then, I think they would be mildly surprised. It's not blowing anything out of the water, but it certainly was a product of its time. And I'm going to keep on repeating this, but guess what? It just does the job, right? If I'm in 2006 and you tell me, do you want a phone with a camera on the front and the back? I'll say yes, definitely. Now, the operating system was classic Symbian OS. It was nothing flashy, right? It was nothing cute, but it did its job. You know, like that guy that goes into work and just goes there to get the paycheck, except Symbian OS isn't really like that guy. Symbian OS was beloved by millions of people around the world. Now, compared to what we have nowadays, there's different operating systems, but Symbian OS just appealed to the old, it appealed to the young, it appealed to everybody, and its simplicity, in my opinion, was a big reason for that. Now, in 2006, if you were rocking this operating system, guess what, guys? It did the job. Now, another really cool feature I wanted to check on this phone was the games, right? There was this Tetris EE game. Now, that wasn't some other phones I've reviewed before, or some other phones I've looked at before from the same time period. So I wanted to see how it came across, because the phone overall was feeling a bit laggy. But this honestly was not laggy at all. It did the job. As a simple pastime, if you're just waiting around somewhere in 2006 for your bus to come, this might have done the job for about a couple of minutes. But hey, I'm not a Tetris guy, so perhaps you would have enjoyed this more than I did. But it definitely was a surprisingly smooth experience. Now, I saw the voice recorder option. Now guys, if I see a voice recorder from 2006, of course I'm going to try it out. I decided to speak in a slow, calm and composed voice, and I will let you guys be the judge of how well this voice recording sounds, and if it still holds up a shocking 20 years later. I am testing to see the quality of this voice recorder.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
FYI, I did not take that voice recording in 2006. I took it in 2026. I don't know why it says 2006. Maybe I need to change the calendar or something. But to be honest, maybe I don't. I like that retro vibe. I like opening the phone and seeing it says 2006. It is quite cool, no? Now, another great example of doing the job was the battery life. Of course, if you're going to compare the battery to what we have now, there's no comparison. But I think Nokia just kind of assumed that people had a life back then, so the battery was just standard. Nokia just assumed you had other things to do. Now guys, getting into the last part of the video. Why was this phone so iconic? There's nothing extraordinary when you look at this device, but one of the reasons I would say it was so successful was the fact that it was for everybody. It worked at most times, it worked in most places, and it didn't matter what age you were, this device would appeal to you. A lot of the cool and retro tech videos I like looking at from this time period really show these kind of prototypes or these weird devices that you never heard about. And a lot of these devices are kind of targeted towards people who are very tech savvy, which is cool and it's absolutely fine. But the reason why a business like Nokia would probably make devices like this is because it was applicable to so many people. That's why this phone sold so well. And its simplicity, I would say, was a big reason for that. Going back to Symbian OS, this is a reason why Symbian OS was probably such a successful operating system. You didn't have to be some genius to navigate it. So guys, to wrap up, the Nokia N73 was a phone that didn't have any over-the-top hype or over-the-top gimmicks. It just did its job and went straight home. And I think phones nowadays could learn from that. Alright guys, if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and let me know what other phones you would like me to review in the comments sections below. Until next time guys, I will see you later.